Well, I believe we're live. Look at us. We're almost live. Wow, we got somebody in there. American Outlaw. Well, today is hump day. And I'm hoping your hump day has been good there already. Well, you're a little bit, I think you're still behind us an hour, I think. Yeah, yeah, it's only 5:30, 5:35, or what is it, 5. Oh, you're on the same time as me. Okay. Well, now that we got that established, I'm hoping you're doing good. I know what's on your mind. Tightening, no, you're loosening bolts, taking that critter all apart. Well, it's being it's hump day. I decided to get dressed for hump day. Try to bring some class to my channel. That's hard to do. I think I might be able to figure out how to do it better. I'm trying to figure out how I can make my channel better. Whoop, sorry, I had the camera in my ear for a moment. Let me see. If I bring this over here like this and raise this up here like this, oh, we're almost there. Oh, oh, looky there. And have a sucker looking down at me. Yeah, that might be a little better. We might even bring it down a little bit more. Hey, what is, oh, this is loose. Almost. Stay with me there, Outlaw. There we go. Get my little buddy over there and get him on the pillow. That's his pillow. Oh, I know it will. I got all the faith in the world. You're an old motor pool sergeant. You know how to get it done. Yeah, yeah. Well, I had to put some sleeves on this morning. It was a little chilly. And so here we are. I was just over on Dave's channel. Me and Riding on Ruby was over there. And he's, well, he said a beautiful prayer for the people of America, or for actually people of Florida. And that was good, having him to speak a few words. Low 30s. Whoa. I had to put a sheet on. Like I had a sheet, but I had to wrap up in it before daylight. I went to bed kind of, well, it was comfortable, you know. 65 degrees, I think, when I went to bed. I went to bed about 11:30, and so it was comfortable. But before morning, I had me a sheet on. Yeah, yeah. If I was, oh, I don't have the equipment. I sold everything. I don't have anything left. But uh, when I built my race car, I had every kind of welding you could have, and I built this tube chassis, and I made it out of chrome moly, and it was a light, heavy duty, light but very strong frame, and I set me up a jig. I used all of the skills and things I learned over at Boeing to build my race car, and my boys that was right there with me. Who else came in here? Come on in here. Don't be just peeping around the corner. Come on, get all up in here, me American Outlaw. We're gonna make you feel at home. Yeah, we're gonna make you feel at home. Well, he's a little bit under the weather, Dave, over in Australia. Oh, that one just took a peep and went, "Oh, hell no. No, I ain't doing that. Uh-uh. There's not going to be no sadness today. Yesterday was kind of like an emotional. Might well just get it out there, get it over with." I used to shoot in my hat. When I had a beard, back when I used to have a big beard, I would put my 6 shooter on, and I looked like something you'd seen, you would have saw on Gunsmoking, and I'd be the funeral director or the bartender or something. Oh man, you're so thoughtful. You brought coffee. That is something I really need in the morning. But I would have had to walk down the hallway, and in doing so, my dog would wanted to follow me. And look at the cups of coffee. Let me just reach over and get me one of them cups of coffee. I can pretend this is coffee. Oh, that's piping hot. We was our unit used to keep the coffee pot. Always anybody that came by our facility, they always had coffee. We always provided coffee for the craft, and now they had their own coffee pot, but sometimes where their where their coffee pot be at and where ours is at, it would be a half a mile. The facility was really big, and and this one facility that we was at for many years, When she was running at full capacity, they would be like 25,000 employees in this one facility. And of course, the military, they took up a big chunk of that. But one thing that's beautiful about the military, uh, when they blow the bugle at 5 o'clock, I believe it was 5 p.m. Man, they was gone. Once the military left, everybody felt really good because, well, they own everything we build. It's their projects, and they send these groups down there to as like a watchdog group to make sure that the contract is being filled. Oh, God bless him. When I got up to Fort Jackson, I drew KP duty, and so I went in, and this old cook, he told me to make coffee. He told me he laid it out exactly how he wanted these great, how there's like 25 cups, maybe more. I believe 25 cups or more. And up in the top, you had a big tray that you filled that up with coffee. And you'd set the tray. It's a percolator. Now these are great big. These are big Army percolators, and you put the tray down there. It had a hole through it, and you slip it down over that stem, and then we would break 6 eggs in the top of each pot. 6 eggs. Just crack them and drop them in there on the top of the coffee, and we plugged them things in, and that coffee that water would start percolating up through there, and it gets darker and darker. And see, it would go up and come down over those eggs in there, and those eggs took out all of the harshness. See, in those days, we used to drink in the 50s, in 1950s, we drank coffee. The Army did with chicory. We didn't have real straight coffee, all pure coffee. We had coffee with chicory. And by putting those eggs in there, it absorbed the acid and made some of the smoothest, velvet smooth coffee. I did, yeah, I did it a few times. One time when we were cycling, we was going in our basic training. We were cycling through there, and you know where the wall, where you over in the PE area where the wall was. Um, I didn't get over the wall. There's a time limit, so all of us, made it very clear, if you don't make this wall, you're going to do KP, and you're going to make the wall, but if you're too late and too slow and too lazy and too fat, I was a lean, mean fighting machine, uh, but I didn't get over the wall. And the time, I don't know, maybe I was a little bit scared. It's up there pretty high. I think the wall is 50 feet. Remember, it was, I don't know how it was when you was in, but it was made of telephone poles, and you had to climb up with the telephone poles laying like this. And they were splinters in it. And, oh, you get them in your fingernails, because you're clawing like that. And one time I had to do KP duty because when you're doing the Pujo, this what we used to call them things, where you would have to go out on a log and the opposing enemy would be coming from the other side. There'd be somebody from another company would be coming across the log, and you had to that old drill instructor, the old DI be out there yelling and bellowing and oh, if you turn your stick and then come up, and you caught that guy under his chin, it just rolled him off. It just rolled him off the log. There's another one came in, but they're not sure this is the kind of people they're looking for. What the hell happened to my tie? Looks like I've got I had a malfunction. If you got a little aggression in you, and there's people that actually come over there, they bring them over, and they got killer instincts because you're always competing, always competing. Let me tell you, one time they sent me over to officers' mess, and while I was over there, I they had made a decision that they was going to make a pineapple upside down cake, and my job was open these big 1 gallon cans of pineapple, open them, pour them in this container, and set the container over where he had to have access when he got his dough, and he had to place the pineapples there and everything. Upside down pineapple cake. And so I'd open the can and I'd start eating them pineapples. I loved pineapple, sliced pineapple. By the end of the day, my tongue was raw. That acid in the pineapples ate my tongue up. And we had opened cans of honey, and when we'd pour the honey over in this container for him, he was making a honey glazed cake or something other. I'd dip out the can. I would be licking my finger. Man, I eat so much honey. Well, you found fun in almost anything you've done. If you look for a little fun, you're going to have it. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Fort Jackson now is Fort Liberty, is it? I know they changed the name of Fort Benning to Fort Moore or something like that, but I believe Liberty, I believe. I have to look it up, but I heard them referring to the big army base in the Carolinas there as being Fort Liberty, and I thought, hell, that must be Fort Jackson. I haven't kept up. I know they was going to change some of the western, like Fort Bliss. I don't know if you was ever out at Fort Bliss, but there's another place. Well, it's necessary, there's desert warfare and stuff like that. Well, that one person, they took a look and they go, oh my gosh, this is sad. We're going to have order today in my chat room. We're going to have order. Order in the court. The judge has got to spit. All that can't swim had better get. I used to have I used to have this 504 mechanized. It was a nice, for that unit. It was laid out in acrylic. It was really nice, well done. One of my kids gave it to me. Uh, he went to school up there to be on E7, and he came over and stayed with me for I think a week or so. One of the boys. Oh, there's three people in here now. Wow. Yeah, we're going formal. I know American Outlaw. He's sitting there in his DVDs or his skivvies or shorts, but he's way up there in the Dakotas where nobody goes because it's cold. Oh, there was three, now there's two. So one of the hardcore ones said, "I'm going to see where this is going." Well, what do you got planned up for the day? I know, I know. Imagine what it was like back when I was there, when I was doing that stuff was in the 70s. And it wasn't as popular then either. It was, oh, heck yeah. When we was over in Montana, there was 630 of us that showed up. Every time we came to your town, we brought 630 military personnel to your town. And what happened when you bring 630, out of the 630, not everybody's privileged. And if you had enough privilege, they give you GSA housing, they provide you with a place to stay. If you were working out of a military base, they'd put you over in officers' quarters. But when we got to Montana, we were sent to a remote location in Lewistown. And like I say, not everybody was privileged. And so they had to end up getting houses. Oh, I got a speck. I must have slobbered. They end up getting houses. Anytime there's a vacant house, they'd get it. Well, every time they went to the local people in Lewistown went to their favorite restaurant, we would have the place packed out. If we found a good place to eat, everybody would take their little GSA cars and they would drive over and they would eat over there. And they hated us because the waitress people, they loved us because we tipped good, but the local people hated us because we took up all of their pool halls, all their beer joints, all their favorite places to eat. Well, we're trying to bring some decorum to Old Mack's channel. They said I'd get more viewers. They said, you know, if you're going to be a moderator on, you got to kind of straighten your act up a little bit. So I'm trying to follow YouTube's guidelines. They told me, they said, here's one of the most important things not to forget. Don't scratch your nads while on the air. See, I don't have a light or nothing on my camera that says, oh, I do. I have that little circular lights, but a guy being a guy, occasionally he wants to give a good reef on it, or if it gets tangled up, you want to kind of like shift it around, They say, whoa, that'll get you a hit. YouTube don't allow no nut adjustments. Wow, look at that. Look at that population. Well, we got a Canadian in here, and we got a way up north. We got one of the northern tier stations. Um, well, I'll tell you what, being a biker, there are going to be some of you are like renegades. And you have to have a good judicial system to make sure that a biker gets true and fair and honest judgment. Oh, sure, some bikers are just really rascals, and then they have to come before me. I'm the biker judge. I go to Sturgis to judge biking contests, who's got the best looking bike there. Yeah, I should have a Western background, some cactus, and this would be like Boot Hill or them Harley boots. Yeah, we can get our gang together, our biking gang, led by the judge. The judge is what they call a part-time deacon and full-time biker, and the judge, he's the head of the organization called the Rubber Tired Deacons. We got some we got some real hardcore bikers in our group. Yeah. Oh man, them spokes. Oh, look at them spokes need to be a little bit more polish under your spokes. Come on, get one of them derby hats for that cover over there. Put them skull and crossbones on there. Kind of get that seat down a little bit lower, 28 inches. And if it's 29, you ain't a chopper. You're too high. I can be bought. Oh, I can be bought. They're always sending me. They're always sending me this judge right here. He can be bought. He can be bought. And some of the people you would not think that would be trying to bribe the judge are the first ones to send me a little, we call it a donation. And so we, riding over me, I was over there with you over there on Dave's channel, but he didn't have his thing set up where he could see us. He didn't see me. I don't know. Oh, man. We're always happy to see you riding on Ruby. When you come in, we know that you're kind of like the American outlaw. He was a military guy. You know, he went with his troops and did whatever he had to do, even if he had to leave a little flesh. And you go out there with that school bus loaded full of them kids, and haul them safely from one place to the other. You always getting them there safely. As much as the kids hate it, you get them there on time. They're always hoping you'd have a flat tire so they didn't have to go to school right now. Maybe it might be a test or a review or something like that. Two of my favorite bikers. I'm the outlaw judge. When I'm on camera, you can hear the eagles back in the background. Yeah, you never wanted to come before this judge if you was in the old frontier days. You wanted to avoid because this judge was a. I was going to show you. He was a. I guess I got rid of it. It was over there. He's the hanging judge. Some of y'all might have seen my noose I had over here. That was a tie down that I used on one of my antennas out here, 75 meters, and I put it around this nail and I'd cinch up on it, and it had a shock cord on it, and I cut off a section of it and brought it in here. That was the last bit of my antenna system. So yeah, we use those. They're easy adjustable. Not so when you go to take it down, you pull back on it and you just loosen it up, get it off the anchor point. Everybody's gone. Oh no. Bye, Ruby. Oh, okay. Well, we'll be watching for you. I'll sit here and look. I'll sit here and look beautiful. Cause you are so beautiful to me. Oh, yeah, we're gonna be waiting for you. Uh, I guess my sister won't be on here today. She lives right there in Tampa, so she's going to be. Um, I think they're going to vacate, from what I understand. I think they've been given mandatory evacuation, so I think they're probably heading north. That's the reason she's not on here. I don't think the counter is correct. It shows a little counter up there, and reason being is that it shows nobody is in here, and I know there's somebody in here. Well, what do I know, huh? Oh man, I know you got things. You got a family. I remember what it was like. Well, how far is it off today? Well, yeah, it's off a minute, ain't it? I did. I did pull it back. I just pulled it back. I guess I only pulled it back 2 minutes. I did reset it yesterday. It's been off for 2 or 3 days. Yeah, that train comes here to my courthouse. It comes out back and picks up prisoners, and they take them up to the gallows on my train. I'm the hanging judge. I'm just hanging around. I could call my little woman and get her to bring me some coffee. Man, I could use some coffee. I think I'll do that. Y'all, oh man, old Clint Eastwood, hang 'em high, fistful of dollars for a few dollars more. I like that when he went into this town one time. I can't remember which one it was, where he made that little short guy paint the whole town red. It was kind of interesting. Let me see if I can find my little woman. I bet she's watching a show.
I'll call you back when I can. Thanks. Bye.
Uh-huh.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Girlfriend, you better turn that television off and, well, at least mute it and go get old Mac some coffee. Y'all hear me? Yes, I told her. I like the one, Three Mules for Sister Sarah. I like that one. Uh, I don't know. My tie is so pitiful today. Let me see if I can cinch it up a little bit here. Let me see here. Yeah. Now, maybe to stay in place. Come on. Come on. Oh, I need one. I need a stick pin that's got that, like a little nugget of gold or something on it, Give the judge some value. Back in the kitchen, woman. I walking through the house. I hear that woman's mouth. Get a job. Dum 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 dum. My job is, and I take it seriously, it's being retired. Oh, I hear little hoofs. I hear little hoofs. That's my dog. Hey, little buddy. What's up? What's happening? What's happening, little buddy? He's over there. He said, who the hell's that guy? He sees me. Let me see if. Hey, little buddy, come here. See, look at all that shit piled up right over there. Hey, little buddy. What's up, huh? You all right? Theo, you want a biscuit? You want some jelly? You like jelly? Oh, why are you itching this morning? Yeah. I got to take you to the vet. Hey, go. And this is the month for my dog. All right, little buddy, I'll take care of you. I'll take you over there. Remember the last time I took you over there, they removed your nads. No, he goes every 3 months. He is a regular. He likes his doctor. He likes his doctor. Doctor. Let me see. I'm gonna put it right over here. Move my camera over that way a little bit. Yeah. Look, buddy, you want to come on and get in the camera? I saw Dave over in this channel. I believe he had like 92 people. 92. Come on, folks. We gotta be more competitive. Let's get in here and let's get this thing rolling. My little dog is over there. He knows where the bacon's at. Well, what are we going to get into today? I don't know if you folks do the same thing that I do. When I go to Arby's, well, I believe that's Arby's right there. Yeah, Arby's. When I go to Arby's or any of those fast food places and we get takeout food, we always get some pepper and salt or whatever. And what I don't use, I put it in this little container. And occasionally I want a little bit extra black pepper. I've got black pepper, salt. That's all I got, black pepper and salt. And I keep this little container because I eat a lot of food right in here. Because I spend a lot of time on the computer. So I'll be eating here and need a little extra black pepper. Oh man, I'm sorry. You look like a picture of health. You know, you're young looking, and to have some kind of an issue, you know, it's sad. Old guys like me, we're expected to have issues. I'm gonna give you a pepperoni. You want bacon or pepperoni? This is his favorite, pepperoni. Pepperoni. Is Daddy eating your, what is that? 3 triple steak flavor with real steak. Ain't nothing but the best for my little buddy. Here you go. There you go. There. He likes it. One time, my God, man. When you get my age, with all the healing of the bones, one time they did an MRI, full body scan, MRI on me, and I glowed. I was in there, and one of my wives, wife number 4, she was in there when they was doing it. They put this dye inside of you, and you run you through this machine. It's like an MRI machine, but there was all my broken fingers. You know, look at that finger there. All my broken fingers, my broken arm right here, my broken arm, broken skull right here, broken skull, broken jawbone right there, collarbones broken, femur broken, both bones down there in the lower leg broken, broken feet, broken, a lot of broken stuff, and it makes this those radiation stuff material they inject into you. It makes you warm, and it makes all the calcium glow. All the places where bones have healed, it causes them to glow, and it has a color scanner on it, and they can see all them cracks and bones. The guy said, "Was you in a bad wreck?" Ah, dang, buddy. You've had a hard life, and yet you still are happy. I can see why you praise God, because He's allowed you to stay here, even if all the injuries and medical procedures. He sees something in you that He keeps you here for a purpose. I think all of us, I believe all of us have a purpose. You are a happy guy. You got a happy little family. It's that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, and you wonder, you sometimes you go, man, I don't know. I've been in sick. Oh, good morning, sick. You, sick, you have to refer to me today as your honor. You're in my court now. I got a report that there was a boy down in Florida. I'm gonna be reviewing your case today. What do you say? Was you guilty of that, boy? I'm talking to you, boy, down there in Florida. Was you taking a toot? I'm the hanging judge. You, you know I'm gonna throw the. Let me see what I can throw at you. Doggone it! I don't even have a book. I was gonna throw the book at you. Well, but the only way I can let you off, you got to give me a little toot on that thing. Oh, I like to. I'm telling you, I'm so far on behind. I saw you charging that thing up yesterday with ice. And I thought, why didn't I think of something like that? You load that thing up, nice and cool. I wonder if you had like a minted Kush. You know, it has, oh, I don't know, they probably got it. And you put the minted Kush down there and you light her up and bring it up through that coal ice. Oh my gosh, it would be like Motorbomb, Virginia eating a Klondike bar the other day, right in front of us. I wanted a bite of that Klondike bar so bad. And he was over jumping on a Klondike bar. I like a Klondike bar. I like it. Anything. I used to smoke Camel Salem cigarettes when I was a welder way back in the 60s and the 70s. Old Mac would stick a cigarette under his helmet and drop that helmet down because we were in a no smoking zone, and then we was welders in a no smoking zone, and we're making all this smoke. But that was one of the rules. But we would put our Salem cigarette, our menthol cigarette inside of our helmet. We'd drop it down. I had one of them old Wilsons that came around like this, so you had some space in there. And later on, when the company developed a brand new metal called Invar, it's never had been invented before. And so they conjured this up in the lab and they started bringing us this metal Invar. And before you could weld Invar, you had to have an environmental hood on. You had to have a sock, and then you had to have the environmental hood on with the air pack. The air pack set on your side right here. You could turn it on and off, reach under your arm and adjust the air pack. And because you couldn't breathe the smoke off the Invar, it said in the MSDS book, will cause death. It didn't say, it wasn't like galvanized where it'd make you cough and damage your lungs. It said breathing of the fumes, the smoke from Invar will cause death. So we had to wear an environmental suit while I was welding Invar. And I welded for years on Invar. And I'm still alive because I wasn't ignorant. The engineers had designed this helmet just for us. And it was fitted to your face. So when you put it on, it was your helmet fitted to you. And because I didn't want you to die. Some of the ignorant ones would try to find, hey, is that Dave in there? I came over on your channel, Dave. Me and Riding with Ruby was over there this morning, and I loved it. You said a prayer for the American people, and there's one of them right there that needs to be prayed for. That's sick. Man, he's down there in the war zone. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, Dave. Your words of love and compassion to the American people. It's already raining. I thought I would bring a little decorum to Old Mack's channel. No doom and gloom unless I sentence you to swing on the end of a rope. What I need, sick, is a spit tune. I need a spit tune. Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you, Dapper. Look at this right here. Hang on. Old Mac, he's got all the accessories to being dapper. Now, boys and girls, let me wipe the dust off my, oh my God, it's been laying down there on the floor under my desk. Boys and girls, Old Mack is going to bring a little decorum. Damn, it's just lint all over my little fella. When I had a broken leg, a friend of mine, let me wipe some of that dust off. I've always had it right down there under the desk, and I knew where it was at, but I just haven't had it down. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna show you. Watch this. See this head right here? That is solid brass. If I put this little thing that deep into your skull, you quit wiggling. So yeah, this is. Uh-oh.
What are you doing?
Uh-oh. The little heifer. Look at it. You don't never come into the judge's chambers when the judge is conducting court. I just found sick guilty of toking up in public. Yeah, nobody will suspect there. This thing right here, this is a weapon. Did Ray Gregory? Oh my God! Good morning, Ray. I know this is Hump Day, and I know you do the Ray Gregory ride on Wednesday, and I've been sitting here, me and American Outlaw, and Dave is now in here, just kibitzing, about a little bit about nothing. We thought look at my little dog right there. There's my little dog. I tell you, we might have to get a GoFundMe page to get Old Mack a chair. This thing, I didn't realize how ugly it is, but I usually put, when it gets getting a little frayed, I put some more duct tape on it. My chair is held together with duct tape. Yeah, Old Mack won't lie to you. Duct tape. Maybe I should lie. Ray, I don't know if you caught it, but this morning on Dave's channel, he started out his day with a prayer for the American people. What a wonderful friend to have, to be a part of your network, and for him to pray for the American people, especially the people of Florida that is needing a lot of prayer. Now, you notice my sister is not in here because they've already vacated. I think they put them under mandatory evacuation. She's in the Tampa. She's down there in the Tampa area, so I think they've had to flee down there because this thing could be bad. I think all tornadoes are bad. Tornadoes, hurricanes. There's some tornadoes down there too. At least tornado warnings. And 6 said it was already raining. Did you do a lot of adventures yesterday, Ray? Did you go for a ride, or you have you been just hanging around the house for the last few days? Because you've been riding. You've been really doing some serious riding. I don't know my tie. I can't keep it straight. I'm a crooked judge. Got a crooked tie. As I told American Outlaw, this judge can be bought. Oh, uh, he can be bought. Theo, go get me a hamburger. Work all day. I got to take my Harley to the shop and get the oil changed in it. Haven't looked. Is my signal good today? Am I going in and out, or I don't have no idea. I wish I could get it where that box would always constantly show me what signal, if it's working. I can always go to my phone, which I will do now, just in case somebody comes in. I could do it off of here. I could use AT&T, but I will put it back on my channel. And that way I'll be able to tell how many peoples are all up in my chat room. Whoa! It is all up in my. It is moving. Oh. Whoa! It is all up in my. There we go. I'll turn the squawk box down. Okay, as long as we're halfway alive looking. You never know what you're going to get when you tune in to the Old Mack's show. Promise you, it won't be dull. We're just not into dull. Let me get myself back in my spot here. Yeah, I feel like more like I'm where I'm supposed to be. My son really enjoyed your movie, Ray. When you started out in Georgia early in the morning and stopped over at Love's. I told him, I said, Bremen, I believe you stopped in Bremen, Georgia. My mailbox is Bremen, Alabama, but I used to stop there at the Flying J in Bremen. I don't remember what that's exit for. I think they've changed it in the old days, but it's got a different, maybe it's exit 19 or 16 or whatever. Anyhow, we used to stop her at the Flying J, and my gosh, they had these calzones at the Flying J truck stop, and I'd get me one of them big old calzones. Oh man, that's Ray right there, the Midnight Rider. I don't do a lot of night riding. I've got good eyesight, but I don't have the daylighters like he's got on. It puts out a good enough light, but I'd like to have the day ladders and all three lights in the front. And but I just never have had that done yet. Just busy riding. It's been a really good riding season. Um, we got to see a lot of good people, and had a lot of fun. You know, like meeting Ray, and I've met quite a few people on the bike. There's a lot of people that really. I took Angelique over to Summiton to the Walmart, and I had people to stop by, and you might be surprised how many elderly ladies likes motorcycles. I think it brings back a moment in their mind of their youth and when they was young, and they would hang on the back of their boyfriend's old Harley. Probably some fun memories came into their mind because I've had older ladies, you know, I'm talking about the silver-haired ones, to stop by and speak to me while I was sitting out there on the track waiting for her to go get the groceries. Motorbomb Virginia, he's probably getting himself ready to go to work. And see, it's 8:30 over there. I don't think he leaves until about 10 o'clock. But, he's probably getting himself ready to go do his thing. Yeah, I've been retired now 29 years, and it shows. Now that little heifer, she came in here a while ago, and I thought maybe she'd be coming back here with a cup of hot coffee, but oh no, no hot coffee for Old Mac. I got another little tripod right here, but I don't think it don't adjust out as far as as I like. How long does it go out? Oh, the legs don't go out on this one. This is a desktop tripod, and there we go. You can spread it out there pretty far. Got a nice little adjusting ring here on the top. That came with something I bought. It might have even came with a GoPro. I don't remember. No, that's not a GoPro. Something I bought. This came with it. Oh, you can carry it. Oh, I like Ray's tripod. Ray has got this really nice selfie stick with all the controls on it, and he can open the legs up, makes a tripod of it. He can stand his camera up no matter wherever he's at. Pretty doggone ingenious. No love for the judge? She ain't showing me no love today. she's forgotten how thirsty Old Mac gets. Hey, I saw Dave on your channel this morning. You had like 92 people in there. You had them from everywhere. Oh, Caledonia, come on in, South Africa. We got a station now coming straight from Austria. You was, oh my God, you had people from everywhere. It was international. Checking my little dog out over there. He likes to be really close to me. You're so you're so much beloved by people around the world, and they flock around to see, come to see Dave on Dave's channel. And my son, he's went over and tuned you in. I'm sure my sisters have too. I've got a niece that's she's already left Washington, and they're over in on the Chesapeake Bay. They're avid. They have a sailboat, and they didn't take the sailboat to Chesapeake Bay. It's still down in Mexico, but they're going to go to Vietnam, and they're having a really nice one built over there in Vietnam. And they first went to Florida. They stayed down there for 1 year, and the company that was building his boat, I guess, somehow something happened. There was a technicality, and they couldn't get the. I guess they couldn't get the supplier, or it was a long, lengthy story. I don't know. But when she gets to Vietnam, she's going to set up her station. She blogs. Both her and her husband are in the medical field. Buddy, bring me a cup of coffee, buddy. Ray's got to go make some coffee. And meanwhile, all I have left is this. That's so good for you. That's water. Well, hump day here. We've got to go, when I wrap up this morning, we've got to go to the grocery store. And there's a gentleman, I owe him $100. He came out here to my house, and he was here 15 minutes total from the time he walked in the door till he walked out the door. And my debt to him was $100 for that visit, and I didn't have no cash on hand, so I stopped the other day and got him some cash so that I can square up my debt with him. He'll be back to get his money. I told him I'd meet him somewhere so he wouldn't have to put out any more expense to give him his money. See, a lot of guys, I've had technicians that come out here, and they've got this little cube reader, and they'll slide my card through there and get their money. And this guy from this repair center, he didn't have a card reader. I hate it to go out on a date with a girl, and she takes your credit card and run it. She got a little deal on her belt there. She'll be wearing a set of chaps or something like that. And she'll slide that card through that card reader. I hate that. That it takes something away from the date. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna fight with this tie all day long. Well, take them down there to this. Oh yeah, I hate to owe anybody. Um, at my Harley shop, um, if you pay cash, it's worth your while to have cash on you. So I always ask him. He's ill. I call him. I'll say, "Is my bike ready?" And they'll say, "Yes." I said, "What is my bill?" And I go get the cash and I pay him in cash. I don't have to pay nothing for my credit card. I have what to call a silver account because I've been with them for so many years. I guess silver anniversary. I don't know, but I don't have to pay for the. As long as I use Wells Fargo, the ATM don't cost me nothing. But if I go to somebody else's ATM, I have to pay $3 to get my money, any kind of money out. When I went to when Angelique went to get her tattoo, the first one, they've got an ATM machine in the tattoo because they only take cash. And anyhow, they got a ATM machine inside the tattoo parlor. Well, you can't go wrong with the cash. I try not to keep it. I live here in the woods and I'm heavily armed. And, I talk a lot. And if anybody tune in and they finally figured out old Mac is down here in the woods and he got a stack that high of cash, it wouldn't be there long. They would be, somebody want their share of it. They feel it's a God given right to have a share of my money. So they come and try to get a little bit. I've never had anybody. I can say this. I've been here for 20 something years and I've never had, I don't even think anything stolen here. I leave my keys in the Harley. I got them over here today. Yeah, I got the keys somewhere over here. Oh, damn, what was that? Oh, that was that deadly walking stick. Got the keys to the old Harley right here. The fob. Because it has, a security system on it. And I looked out when I heard a noise the other day. I looked out there and the light wasn't blinking. It's got the little light blinks when the security is activated. And anyhow, I realized the keys were still in it, so I sent her out there. And I guess since I was over there riding with Ray, the keys had been in it all that time. So whatever, she went out there and got the keys because we was going to be gone in the pickup truck and didn't want to come home and have somebody rode my Harley off. It's insured, but I don't want to be without it. But Dave, tell me about your hand. I heard you mention this morning that you were still having a little issue with your hand. I guess the mobility is limited with the cast or the semi-cast or the wrappings. Anyhow, did you get some finally much needed rest last night? Whoa. Come right over here, baby. Come on. All right. Get this right here. There we go. Hang on. I wish you'd have brought me a cup of coffee, sweetheart.
I got it. I just wanted to see your reaction to this first.
Let me see what it is.
Remember how you were talking about an egg in the hole?
Egg in the hole.
See, you're talking about egg in the hole.
Oh, she made me an egg in the hole. See right here?
I listened.
There's an egg down in here. It's an egg. Well, that's pretty clever.
Nice.
She made me an egg in the hole. You know, down. What do you put syrup or can you just eat it? It's like egg on a
Egg on toast.
toasted on a piece of toasted bread. What's this thing right here?
That's the circle.
Huh?
That's the circle from the toast.
Oh, I see. Look at this right here. Look at what she did. She cut a circle out right there
I used a biscuit cutter.
with a biscuit cutter and put the egg down in here and then toasted the egg, this in the oven.
No, everything was stove.
Huh?
I was all stove.
Oh my gosh, look at that. She is so inventive.
I wish I was that. If I was, I would have made millions. But you said you were talking about egg in the hole the other day. So I tried to recreate it.
Well, thank you very much. It
I
looks
didn't get your coffee. I just wanted to see your reaction.
it looks
first.
delicious. Let me move this back here a little ways. Thank you, Dave. Well, I didn't mean to take off on that tangent, but the question was asked, and it was a good question. It needed to be answered. But I got just a little bit carried away there. I realized that. Why should I have pain and sorrow in my heart and pass it on to you and have you to have to carry that pain? It ain't right, I tell you. But yeah, Ray, she made my egg in a hole. She cut the egg out of she cut a hole out with a biscuit cutter, and then she put an egg, broken egg, and put it down there in the bread. We talked about this, and she created it. That little old girl, she amazed me every day. But please, I ask for your forgiveness for my weakness. I'm a blubbering idiot. I tell you, I just sometimes I get a little bit overwhelmed with emotions. And I don't mean to give you any misery because you don't deserve it. None of you deserve my misery. Nobody knows the trouble I be seeing. And we're going to keep it that way. Set it right here, babe. Thanks. Oh.
No Baileys today.
No Baileys today?
No Baileys today.
Well, Old Mack has got his Christmas cup. Thank you, sweetheart. I'll let you know how the egg and the bread turns out. Let me just take a bite while you're here. I'll put this right over here and I'll slide this back like this. I mean, you got it perfectly done. Look at that.
Thanks.
It's kind of like eggs Benedict a little bit.
No.
Now, see what you see in here. There's the egg and the bread. You're getting. See, her and I was doing a Seinfeld show in our minds. We was talking about Seinfeld. And, you know, Elaine, she was always talking about muffin tops and so how she was going to create a special kind of food. Well, we talked about it and Angelique went in there and created it. Oh my God. It's heavenly.
Maybe I could try it with French toast.
Hmm?
Maybe I could try it with French toast that way.
Man, that's good. Now, I wouldn't want no on my egg.
No, I would just create the French toast counterpart, but not put the syrup on it.
This is delicious.
Thanks.
Mm.
But I remember you were talking about it the other day to somebody.
We was talking about it, about Elaine making muffin tops,
Yeah,
and then we created that.
But egg in the hole is not a new thing.
Huh?
Egg in the hole is not a new thing.
It's not a new thing. Why? I thought I invented it.
No.
Oh,
Like I said,
well.
if I would have been raking in the dough. Dough. Get it?
Yeah, raking in the dough. She's so full of. You're so full of it.
I am. But it was really.
Oh, the English calls it a toad in the
Yeah,
hole.
I've heard that too.
Oh hell! See, I thought I had something original. I can't think.
I've heard of.
I don't have an original thought in my head.
My original thoughts come from other people's thoughts.
How about that?
But no, I've heard of toad in the hole too.
Toad in the hole. Thank you, Dave, for that. That's a good. I like that.
But yeah, it was just. I remember we were talking about it the other day. And by the day, I mean last week.
Yeah.
That I created today. Now I'm gonna go fix me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll talk more later.
Once again, we find ourselves eating in front of my dear friends. See, I know it's over in the afternoon for Dave, so I know he's already ate. And Ray Gregory just got up, so he'll be eating pretty soon. Elaine hated the muffin tops. That's right. That's right. Remember, they was cutting the muffin tops off, and then somebody, I think they was taking them, trying to get them out to the dumper or whatever. I think somebody come up with the idea of just selling muffin tops, just the tops. They was on the cutting edge. Seinfeld was. Nothing to do, a lot to do about nothing. Much to do about nothing. Welcome back, American Outlaw. I'm eating frog in the hole. I'm having frog in the hole. And I didn't even know what frog in the hole was. Oh no, toad in the hole. I'm eating toad in the hole. What you mean hole? Oh, there's a beautiful little bird. Sitting right out there. He's looking in at me. I have a lot of cardinals. When I move my hand, he flew. I have a lot of cardinals. I have this wire, that wire out there that I'm looking at through the window. It goes out to the tower, and the birds sit on that wire, and they look in at me. The cardinals do. Oh, there. Let me show you now. Oh, he moved down. If he gets back up on the wire, I'll turn the camera over there so you can see what I see out the window there. I fed birds here for 25 years and feed a lot of birds, feed a lot of raccoons. Man, he is really talking to me. This is a sparrow with a long beak, pretty long beak on him. Look at that little guy. I'm just fascinated by birds. What beautiful colors. Oh, anyhow, um, I have I have bunting, blue, blue bunting. They're a beautiful bluebird. They're more beautiful than a bluebird. Yeah, I've got a lot of cameras. Yeah, I've got a camera here, sitting right there. Mine's got a nose on it. Oh, I guess it goes up like this. Uh, no, which way? If I can turn it. Oh, and that is not. That's that's a little bit of lint in that. I put a mouse over the front speaker there when I was riding. Uh-oh. Well, it's time to say goodbye to all my friends and company. Oh, thank you very much for that, Dave. You're such a thoughtful person. Oh, the little bird is back on the wire. I hope he comes over here on my side. I want you to see him. It's a brown that was a brown thrush. Better eat this before it gets cold. She gets mad if I don't eat when she cooks. I don't want to wake up some morning and Angelique's playing the role of Kathy Bates in that movie Misery. Oh no. She comes in that room and snapped his legs and kept him in misery. Thank you, Dave, for coming over to my channel. And God bless you. 'Yeah, broke his ankle with a sledgehammer. Oh, yeah. That was a bad day. Oh, that when you could hear the cracking in them bones as when I broke my leg and I heard my bones snap in my leg, made me think of that movie. We love movies here. We watch a lot of movies. Her and I, she'll go in there and make popcorn, and we turn our phone off because I hate to be interrupted when I'm trying to watch a good movie. 2 minutes early. I'll move it a little bit forward sometime today. and six doing a time lapse, of the storm and when it comes in. Oh yeah, that'll be a man. That'll be something. Oh, I there's my sister in there. She's down in the Tampa area. Good morning, Connie. Yes, I'm live. See if that look up over in the corner over there on your screen that says live. We're alive. Well, I hope you're doing good today, Connie. I'm alive. That's one thing I love about you, Connie, is your sense of humor. Even after I pass on, I want to have Old Mack's channel going to continue to stay alive. I can live vicariously through my camera. Connie, I'm having frog in the hole. I'm having frog in the hole. No, not frog, toad in the hole. Toad in the hole. Breakfast. And it's delicious. Toad in the hole. Ain't that the truth? We need more humor in our lives. Good American bacon. Oh, now let me show you what's left. Honey, this is called Toad in the Hole. Now, see this thing right here? She took a biscuit cutter and she cut the center out of a big piece of panero, some thick bread. She cut the hole out in this piece of toast right here, and it's in a skillet, with butter and stuff. She lays the bread in the skillet with butter in the skillet, and she cracks the egg in the middle of that hole. And then she fries the egg, and you see the egg is well done. She knows I eat it well done. You can make it as done as you like, but the egg is in that hole, and it fries in that hole, and then you can turn over the toast once the egg gets set up, or turn it over, and it's called Toad in the Hole. And this is a hole out of the bread right here. Show you how thick the bread was right there. Yeah, she made that toad in the hole. That's an egg and toast, egg in the middle of a piece of toast. And she got salt and pepper on it. And it's delicious. So when you pick up your piece of toast, see there's that egg well done the way I like it. I've never had it before, and it is delicious. The wind is starting to blow. Now, my friend's sick that lives in Florida too. Yeah, he told us it was already raining up there where he's at. It's very delicious. You ought to try a frog in the hole. You're not wasting the bread because she toasted the center, the little piece that she cut out of the bread. She toasted it and then she fried it in the skillet and turned it over and got it golden brown and so it'd be like eating a bread biscuit. Yeah, a bread biscuit. Motorbomb, Virginia. Good morning, Mr. Motorbomb. Well, American Outlaw lives in North Dakota. Motorbomb, Virginia lives in Virginia. And Sick lives in Florida. He lives up in Gainesville. Ray Gregory lives over in Georgia. Dave is Australia. He just left. It's already time for him to go to bed in Australia. He'll be on 10:10 when he wakes up. It'll be already 10:10. Motorbomb, Virginia. Have you ever had toad in the hole? Toad in the hole. Got your egg right in the middle of your bread. Look, 100% egg. He's pulling your leg, Connie. My sister's a world traveler and she knows it's cold. Her in-laws lived in Montana and she's went over there in 8-foot snow and 40 below zero. And I think they live over around the Billings area. Well, Dave lives in Perth. That's the capital area of Australia. And it's on the other side of Australia, on the western side. And it's beautiful. My son, Donald went to Perth, the capital of Australia. He was there for 2 weeks in the capital. Yeah, Connie's in-law lives in Butte, Montana. And so she knows she knows about living up in that part of the country. I'd highly recommend this to anybody. Man, what a way to have toasted egg and it is delicious. Toad in the hole. Motorbomb, you missed it there. You take a slice of bread, that thick Panero bread, and you cut the hole with a biscuit cutter out of the middle of the slice of bread. And you put the bread that after you cut the hole out over in your skillet with butter and start frying that bread, and you crack an egg in the center of that hole. And when that egg begins to congeal, then you can turn it over if you desire. If you want to leave it sunny side up, you don't have to. You can toast one side, turn it over, and then crack your egg as it's cooking. Oh, it is delicious. Salt and pepper with that sweetness of the Panero bread. How could life be any better? Oh yes, I'm disorganized. I tell you, I have a tight spot in me. I'm just, I'm blowing chunks and everything. I love fried egg sandwiches. I used to take them to work when I was a cowboy, fry them up there in the morning, and put them in the Jeep. We'd run the cattle lines. We'd run up the cattle lines with the Jeep, and you might ride 5 or 6 miles in one direction before you had to turn, but eventually you'd get out there in some hot spot on the side, up near Yellowstone or somewhere like that. Not Yellowstone, Yosemite, and eat your fried egg sandwich. It is good. Yeah, it's really nice weather. I like that. That's the ideal temperature right there. The old cookie, he would flop everything. Everything got flopped on you 10 now. A square of gelatinous yellow cube with brown dots. Well, I thought I'd bring a level of decorum to the page. If I was living in 1860, I know, let's go 1840. If I was living in Butte, Montana in 1840, I'd either be an undertaker or the judge. I like the judge part. I'm pretty good at judging people. Judge not, lest you be judged. In fact, there's a whole chapter in the Bible, Judges. Now, listen here. We're going to run that line across the plains, and you got my permission. If any of them red devils attack us, you can shoot them worthless critters. You know, they're infidels. You know, they're not real people. You know, them redskins there, just pop them off. You got the, you got my authority. I am the railroad commissioner. Kill them, I say, kill them. But don't stop working. Helen will. My name is Justice P. Judge. I'm Justice George P. Tumbleweed. Heavy on the P, mister. I've got to get myself a tie clip that comes across here, and it's got I must have some tie clips around here, and hold this thing together. Many years ago, Motorbomb, my wife Ruth was an avid artist. You know, she like anything when it comes to art, but she was an avid Halloween person. She liked the Night of the Dead, the Living Dead, and she would she wanted us to do a Halloween theme, her and I and Angelique. And so I had some 44s, old revolvers. They're Remington type 44s. So I put my belt on and put my pistols on. And I dressed up like the old judge. And she had her witch's costume on, and she had drawn a spider web around her eye, and she had some black knitting and stuff. And she really loved that, us doing that. Now, what I did, Motorbomb, I had a big drone that had 6 motors on it, and it could lift a heavy load. I got a yard of cheesecloth up here at the Hobby Lobby. I bought this cheesecloth, and I draped it around the landing gear. And when I took up the prop wash from the 6 motors, made that 1 yard of cheesecloth just flow in the breeze. And I flew over the house over there, that 17-room house over there, and they had it chock full of kids. He has a big family over there. And we circle over just at twilight, just in the evening after the sun went down. But up there, when I got up 200 or 300 feet, the light over the horizon lit up that cheesecloth, and it shimmered. Oh my, loved it. You couldn't see the motor and stuff because in the dark it was black. The drone was all black, and all you had was that yard, 9 feet of cloth, 9 feet of it was all rolled up. And when I took off, I drug it up behind me, and it flared out, and it was just shimmering. And it was like the head was the helicopter, the drone was the head, and it flowed and shimmered. And oh my God, they loved it. I did that for 2 or 3 years, and everybody, they requested me to break out my my ghost. Old Joe come over and help me. And on January 1, we put these 6 rocket launcher tubes on my drone on the landing gear. See, my landing gear folded up, but I'd leave the landing gear down, and I had these 3 pods and 3 pods on each side of the landing gear. And they was filled full of rockets. And we brought the fuses all together. When we was over at Myrtle Beach, I bought a roll of firecracker fuse. So we would take a little black tape and tie all the fuses together. And old Joe would be down here, and I would run the fuse under the leg, and he'd light it, and then I would come up out of there, and I could get up about 150 feet. And I aimed it toward that house over there. and I started shooting rockets over there. Psh, poof, psh, poof. It wasn't just like that. It was like 6 rockets went off pretty quick. Boom, 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 boom. All them bright lights and it was flashing. Oh, they shoot so much fireworks over there. They shoot it all up on the county road. And yeah, I went up to his place. I took off out of his yard and I launched rockets. And my security camera could see the rockets coming towards and all the fireworks. It was pretty cool. My rockets, my security camera is all HD, high definition, and um, and it tracks and stuff. It's got a pretty sophisticated cameras, but it got it was really pretty. We went to Smith Lake for New Year's one year, and my cousin lives on Smith Lake, so he broke out the old pontoon boat, and we go up to bombs bursting in the air. That's right. We went up to Smith Lake in the pontoon boat, and he we got really right up there, and the barge was right out there a little ways. Well, when he was launching up over the water, hundreds of rockets were going off. Some of them rolled over because of the wind, and we had on the pontoon boat we had a canvas top, and the fireworks are going off just a few feet above our heads, and we become one with the fireworks. Oh my God! And I had my video camera mounted up. I had a 4K camera mounted on the boat, and we were like virtual fireworks. Sometimes it would be so bright that the CCD, the lens on the camera there, it would get blared out, because of the brilliant light, the flash. Oh my God, what a wonderful experience to be be become one with the fireworks. Yeah, Roscoe Vanderbilt, Esquire, in chambers today. Your Honor, Roscoe. Order in the court. The judge has got to spit. All that can't swim had better get. I'm dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over fields we go, all the way. We haven't even had Halloween yet, and we're drinking coffee out of a snowflake cup. Mm-hmm. What is this world coming to? Yeah, too soon. Now here we are. Eating a perfect toasted center out of the toad in the whole bread. Mmm, that is good. Your old Roscoe P. Coltrane. On the Dukes of Hazzard, I like the Darlings. When the Darlings came to town, when I was little, we had a family right, lived up in the holler. Everybody had a holler they lived in. They lived in a different holler than us. And when they came to town, they was the Muskellys. And when the Muskellys came to town, they tore it up. Everybody expected when the Muskellys got there, the town wasn't going to be the same when they got through. Because they didn't come into town often. But when the Muskellys come in town, we could hear their car coming. We knew the sound of the engine on their car. And yep, the Muskellys are coming. Put your little kids back in the house. The Muskellys are here. Not that it was going to hurt the little kids, but they might get run over by a car. They were just country folks that believed when you went to town, it should be a reason to celebrate going to town. If you wanted to call Cardiff, Alabama a town, it was a little coal mining town, but it was popular. My little boy. Yeah, all your engines got identifiers. You know, you can pick up on. You go, well, I can tell when Joe's coming in. I don't even have to look on the security camera. I can tell it's Joe. And his bike sounds like Recycle Hooligan's bike. It sounds just like it. He's got one of those bigger Hondas, big 2-cylinder V-twin, I guess. Well, I'm going to finish off my little piece of toast here. Oh, yes. When you know you got company that's going to bring you pleasure and happiness, you know when they arrive, it's going to be a good time. No greater feeling. I used to have some cousin. Let me tell you a little story, Motorbomb. Uh, when I was a young man, my daddy's uncle, which would be my great uncle, he had a whole bunch of children. And they brought them over to our place. They came over and visited, and oh, what a great time. We only got to see them a few times in our life because they lived in a different holler. And so we all growed up. We went away and we were gone. And 70 years later, 70 years later, a woman contacted me. I was through 23andMe. She came through 23andMe, sent me a message. Said she was my second cousin. Second or third cousin, I can't remember. Second cousin, I guess. Second cousin. Yeah, second cousin. So I wrote her back and I told her how I remember her dad, how much I remember her dad, and a lot of things that she didn't know about her dad because I was older than her and she was young. Last time I saw her, she was only like, I don't know, 5 years old, 6 years old. When I saw her, she was 77. We met and had dinner in Jasper. A lovely lady. And what such fun memories. I remember when she was a little girl down on the 5 Mile Creek. So we got to meet once again in person after 70 years. She called me. She called me a couple of months ago, and she sounded a little bit not in order. She was feeling depressed, and she told me that she fell. She has a quilting house. She has a house where she quilts. And when she was coming out of her quilting house, she stumbled and fell and broke her hip at 77. And they rushed her to the hospital and fixed her hip and everything. She just wanted somebody to talk to from way back then. And I think I helped her in her misery. And then the next time I talked to her, she is back at home doing well. She had to have a lot of therapy with the broken hip. That broken hip, I might have said leg, broken hip. Yeah, when you get past 75, a broken hip could be a death sentence. But she was strong and she's going to make it. She's going to be in good shape. She don't have any issue. And that was good. I was happy about that. Yeah, her kids are all grown up. Her brother that I loved, he went into the army and he went overseas. He was in Germany and he came back to Fort Benning, Georgia. And he was drowned. So, but I loved him. He was just a good human being. Such is life. Almost all of my kids were stationed in Germany. All of those was in the army. One of my boys that put 22 years in the army, he spent 8 years in Germany. I got one son that lives in Germany, has 4 children, and his children have never been to America. My brother Charles, he was stationed in Germany. The kids were stationed in Germany, 2 of the boys. And yeah, my brother, he collected all kinds of stuff like that too. My brother is 88 years old, and he lives in Dothan, Alabama. I really like Germany. In fact, I like Scandinavian countries. I watch a show up in Norway. No, not it's not Norway. It's up there by the Russian border, and he puts on a show. Yeah, Clayton. He was stationed in Germany. My sister's son. He was stationed in Germany. I like the flag. You wore the German trench coats. Oh, that's cool. One of my coolest coats I had when I was big. I was big and full. Um, I had one of those Australian big, look like outlaw like coats. What do they call those things? Big. It had I don't remember, made out of some kind of skin, and it had it was a great coat. Whew. Hot though. It was heavy. It was hot. I used to like to wear that. When I was in Montana, there's a religious people that live in Montana called the Dunkards. It's an old German religious group, very much like the Quakers, and the Dunkards. It was a Dunker family, Dunkards. Um, we were always deployed out there where the Dunkers were, and I had them to make me a coat, a handcrafted, hand stitched, sheep lined coat. And so I was so proud of that coat. It was so beautiful. It had handmade buttons, leather buttons, handmade, just quality. So in 1979, I come home. I got home in December of 1979. Yeah, Clayton's already 60. When I got home, first thing I did is when I went to the office, I wore my sheep herder's coat, sheep lined. It was beautiful. And my manager above me said, "Oh my God, that coat is beautiful." I said, "Do you mind if I try it on?" I said, "Hell no." And he tried it on. He said, "Oh man, I like the way this thing feels." He said, "You probably wouldn't take nothing in the world for that, would you?" I said, "No, sir. I have a certain amount of pride about that. Having a hand, I had this. I went and met these people, and they made me a coat." And he pulled out a big wad of $100 bills. He said, "Would this make a difference?" I, I thought, I know how much I had in it, which was not a lot. Those people didn't charge a lot for the craft. And I reached over and took them $100 bills and took them in my jeans, and he still had my coat on, and I never saw it again. And so it goes. I, I really loved that coat when I. Oh, you're same age as her son, Clayton, 60. Well, you're a young looking 60. You take care of yourself, Motorbomb. American Outlaw, he's put his life on hold. He's holding steady at 21. Come here, buddy. Come here. Theo. Come here. Come here, buddy. Look. Come here. Come here. Oh, he dropped it. He dropped his bacon. Look at that little one in there. He's going over getting in his eating bed. My little buddy. Well, sick. I see you still got. I guess you still got rain and wind down there. My sister said it was blowing and raining at her place. She's down by Tampa. I like My Cousin Vinny. That was a good movie. An American Outlaw turned 40. So you can't lie to the judge. No. Oh. We're getting a moment of clarity from American Outlaw. Oh yes, old Herman Munster. I look like Cousin It. I like the old. Was that good, little buddy? My little buddy come over for something different, some more. He said, "That was some good eating right there." I was reloading a few rounds for my little pistol, and these things take so much powder. You know, when you shoot a high caliber pistol, well, take a look. You know, I've got your average hand. That's a pretty good size projectile. I bet you, well, look here. I'm going to show you here. The brass on the right here is a Maldeus round. That's a 50 cal. See what a 50 cal looks like compared to 30 millimeter. 30 millimeter belt fed 30 millimeter belt fed 50 cal. That one right there makes a lot of noise when you got it in full auto. When you got it in full auto, I don't know what the cycle rate is on this thing, but it's awesome. Oh, it's awesome. It'll put out so much smoke you cannot believe. Yeah, 50 cal and 30 millimeter. You ought to compare it. I got a 223 over here, or a 5.56. It's got sturdy and under stuff. There's a round over here, a 5.56. And it looks like a little old baby bullet. That kills you. I got so many bullets. When we was in Washington, there was a pine tree about that big around. And I believe it was oh, it's bad stuff 5 tomorrow on Thursday. It's going to be, it looks like it's going to be a bad one, but the spaghetti weather tracking shows it's going to go a little bit further south than what they first anticipated. I shoot a lot of black powder stuff too. I used to have one of my favorite black powder guns right up there. Um, y'all come on back. Motorbomb, I was going to tell you, I didn't know these live things, if you even got any credit for doing a live. I didn't know if it counted. I have no way of knowing. I never read anything about it. But I jumped from 922 hours watched to 1,024. It jumped that much just over the weekend. I can't believe the watch time went up so. It jumped for I went from 922 to 1,024 just over the weekend. Just jumped up. I went, whoa. Well, I guess when they come and watch it for a couple of minutes, I looked at my average view time, and my average view time is going up. I'm holding my audience a little longer than Well, I do stuff that a lot of people have no interest. You take a little grandma lady up in Nebraska. What in the hell she is interested in an old guy riding on a Harley? So it's a subject matter is would only pertain to somebody. Oh, that is fantastic. But look how many people you have in there, though. Um, I guess it's a compound. The algorithms is combined with all that, and it's uh, it's pretty fascinating. I'm going to try to help you, American Outlaw. I'm going to advertise for you, which I don't have any clout, but I can get you hooked up with. I'll copy and paste your page and get you up to that magic number that you need. That magic number. Oh, that's good. Let's do that, Motorbomb. Let's try to get us try to get American Outlaw enough of people in there that he can get his he can go live. I think you don't need very many, and you'll be in like Flint. It's just fun to watch people's channels grow and when you got interesting characters, that's something that will hold their interest. I don't have anything to offer, so I have to clown around to be like you guys. You can just pick up your guitar, Motorbomb, and well, next thing you know, you got 1,000 viewers. Just the sound of your exhaust pipes on your Harley, it makes old Harley riders go, "Whoa! Well, let me take a look at this." You got to have a hook. I don't have a hook. I'm looking around for a hook. I don't have a hook. I don't have any talent. Oh, Motorbomb, I don't. Was you around this morning when the judge came into the courtroom? But you know what? You would not want to mess around with the judge when he's walking with his walking stick. The hook. Oh, riding on Ruby. Riding on Ruby, got his kids hauled and got them safely to school, and now he's back in here with us. Yeah, this thing right here, Motorbomb, this thing right here is solid brass, and it will get your attention. If I come a tapping you on the head with this, it will get your attention. I say I use this when I want order in the court. Order, I'll say. Well, I have 2 cheeseburgers and a French fries and a big Coke. Not that kind of order, you fool. Duck pecker. Oh, Motorbomb. I'm sure American Outlaw is way too young to remember this. You could go to a bar, any bar, and there was a thing sitting there and a glass of water, and a little old bird would rock back and forth. Welcome back, riding on Ruby. And every once in a while, the the bird would dip over in the water and he'd come back up and he'd rock some more. And he'd dip back down and he'd get him another drink. Y'all remember that? they had a little bulb on the back here on the back side, maybe where the feathers were, and it would bob back and forth. I love them things. I could I go be drinking me a big tall glass of beer, and there'd be the duck on the bar up there, you know, and he'd be just going to town. Oh, you had one riding on. I know riding on Ruby. He would remember them. Yeah, them they were so popular, and it mesmerized people back when they came out and they first started showing up. You guys remember riding on Ruby? Once again, might be one of the guys that could remember his granddad's stuff. You remember when they had occupied Japan toys? They were so elaborate, the coloring on them, and they were stamped out of cheap metal, you know, and the little wheels would fall off eventually. But we used to call it cheap Jap crap. Occupied Japan. Oh yeah, they was they was a lot of. We didn't have a whole lot of entertainment back in the days. We didn't have all the digital stuff that they got today, and now everything is animated. And yeah, the occupied Japan toys. If you had any today, you remember them, the American picker guys. Yeah, I tried. The Chinese have taken over, and but oh yeah, because as the Japanese become more educated, they become more organized, and they didn't want to do the same thing that their daddy did. But the Chinese don't have allow that form of organization, and the Chinese they're still they'll whoop out stuff. There's a building over in China that every floor of the building is a part of the battery manufacturing corporation. And you got people who lives up here in these little cubicles. They sleep in a little cubicle. They have a little tiny living quarters, and they get in the elevator and go down in the morning and do their hours down here in the battery manufacturing, whatever portion they're building. They go down to another floor and it's building something else, the cases and the packaging and shipping, and all that's done in one big building, everything. And they live in there. And when they want to go shopping, they get in the elevator and go down to the ground floor. And they got shopping centers down there, and they go get some vegetables and some stuff, and get back in the elevator and go back up to the room in a little micro kitchen and cook a little micro meal. Yeah, micro living, man. That's you got your employees all in one building. You have to get permission to leave the building. You just can't just go out there and just drift out on your own, and you got to get permission. To an American, that would be some scary living. But it's organized. So if you're building widgets, and the train went off at 8:59. If you're building widgets for a company in America, a company needs 20,000 widgets by the weekend. There's a building there that builds nothing but widgets. Yeah, I watched them manufacturing LiPo batteries. The reason I know this, you know, LiPo batteries, they explode. I've got a video. Well, I was a kid when the war was over in Japan, so the whole period of time after we moved into Japan and occupied the country, everything manufactured there had to have the seal occupied Japan. I think it's a matter, I think it was a sort of like revenge for what they did at Pearl Harbor. I don't know. But all of our little toys we had came from occupied Japan, most of the little stuff, you know. We had Fisher Price. We had some companies that made stuff, you know, affordable stuff, but it was basically plastic, Fisher Price. And the Japanese was making stamped out little race cars, little trucks. And we call it cheap Jap crap because if I had that made in occupied Japan, but they were always brightly colored. And you can see the little men inside the windshield. They'd paint the little man inside there. And it was just a period of time. And the American pickers, when you notice the other day, the big guy, Frank, died on American pickers. But my dog is barking about something. What's the problem, boy? You got gas? He's wanting me to come rub his belly. Woo woo. Oh, I like that beat. That's my new phone message thing. That's probably a new car warranty. Probably want to extend my car warranty. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I'm looking at the weather. They just sent me a little deal. Hurricane Milton. She's a knocking. Oh, it ain't. Every time you look at it, it gets uglier. Hey, little buddy. Old Mack's having a hard time keeping his tie straight. You got food in your bowl? He's looking at me like, I want a biscuit, Daddy. You want a biscuit? You want some jam and preserves on it? You got them little buck teeth. I like my little Alabama dog. He got the buck teeth in there. Why, he could eat corn off the cob through a picket fence with them teeth. Come here, buddy. Oh man, he's my little security blanket. Are we live or are we Memorex? Let me see it. Am I froze up? Let me make sure. Hey, I'm still operating. Hell, I'm going strong. All night long. We've been holding a good solid 6 now for a while. 6 on the old counter. Y'all feel free to talk amongst yourself. I'm glad that Riding on Ruby made it back. I want to be known as Festus. Festus Haygood. What? Festus Haygood? Festus on Gunsmoke. I'll tell you what. Let me say this. Cletus McFarlane. That ain't his real name. That's his TV show name. His YouTube name. Cletus McFarlane took his helicopter. He was over there at the factory, his brand new helicopter, and Cletus useless. Oh, you said Festus. I thought you said Cletus. Cletus McFarland. His cousin, Festus. His cousin came. Oh no, that was Chester. Chester Haygood. Chester's cousin came over there, and he was a little bit ashamed of his cousin's backward ways. Back to Cletus McFarland. He took his helicopter. If you ever get a chance to see Cletus McFarland at the Freedom Factory, you guys may have already watched him, but he took his helicopter and went up to Asheville, and he flew missions, and there are so many missions, and him and his wife, and they went in and landed on this line and extracted a mother and a baby. The baby was 4 months old, and it needed some care. And he went down, he took a mother and a baby out, then he took other passengers out. He brought in insulin and food and water and stuff, and he landed in people's front yards. It's a gas turbine gas turbine engine in this helicopter. Smooth, really a nice helicopter. And he flew so many missions in and out of there. My hat's off to that guy. There was such an outpouring of people that to help those people there. Their struggle is going to go on for years. I tell you this, it was tragic. And there's going to be a lot of untold, stories about rescues and stuff. It's going to go on for a long time. Oh, you got to, that's a chore we all have to do when we edit our movies and get them up for production. I tell you, I really like this new system I've got. When me and Ray Gregory, we rode, I had at least 2 hours of video, and I was able to cut and slice and get it down to 29 or I believe 29 minutes or maybe 24 minutes or whatever it turned out to be. And enough that you see what all we was doing, and got home and got it posted before he got home. Normally, a movie that size would cost me many hours of time. And that one was like 2 hours and it was done. That's including the editing and the upload. I was really happy about that. Hey, sweetie.
You done?
There. And it was here. There, I'm gonna give you my coat, my cup.
Did you take your medicine?
No, but would you make me another coffee?
Yep. Want some Baileys today?
Yeah, give me some Baileys on this. I'll be ready for some Baileys. Drink it if you got it, if you want it, if you need it, whatever your reason, whatever you want to do. I'm out in the woods. I'm 7 miles from the tower, so I don't have the ideal situation. What I do before I go on, I check my upload streaming. YouTube says you need 5 megabytes of upload speed. let me check my while I'm broadcasting. Let me see what my upload speed is. Here we go. Get my speed test up here. I don't know if that shows up. I don't think that shows up. Wild turkey. Well, I got 20 pings. My upload is, she's accounting. Looks like it's going to hold steady at about 226. And that's my download. Now, upload now is up there at 24. That's while I'm uploading now. So 20, what is it going to be? 2461, 24.61. So my upload is 24.61 while I'm uploading. Because your camera's got to have a lot of upload for going live. Has to be uploading and downloading. So that's this morning. Now I notice there's times when that will drop down, and sometimes my download is like 360. You got Bailey in your cold coffee. Well, she's gonna make me another cup of hot coffee. American Outlaw, when I was young, I used to like Four Roses. And then I switched over to CC and 7. I got away from the colas and went to as a mixed drink. I started using 7-Up, and so I drank Canadian Club, CC and 7, Seagram's, CC. Seagram's I would mix with my 7-Up. And I really enjoyed that over the years. And when I was stationed over at Whiteman Air Force Base, I started drinking a McCormick's brand, which was locally manufactured in Missouri. And I could buy a half a gallon of McCormick's vodka, any of the whiskeys, scotch, a half a gallon under $30 of McCormick's. That's the way we do a scotch. We just drink. I don't even put it on ice cubes. I just put some in the glass. I like it at room temperature. And I tell you, there's a drink that really is really good to drink warm, and that's Cavassier. You take a snifter about that high, like a brandy snifter, a Cavassier. And you drink down that Cavassier, and it would just warm you up. Woo, it gets you so warm. You come in off that cold Puget Sound water, and your boat comes out of the fog, and you pull in the port, and you get in the little lift to bring you up to the deck, and you go into Johnny's by the Bay and have yourself a snifter full of Cavassier. It would take the chill off me. My grandmother lived to be well over 100 years of age. And my grandmother, she liked to make a little toddy. She called it a toddy for her body. I do like schnapps. Thanks, sweetie. My little woman has still got her night clothes on, got her little jammies.
Yes, I do.
Huh? Come right over here and come right over in that right there. Now turn around. Now turn around. Hey, now stay right there. Hang on. You got to see this. This is what I see right here. Whoa. That is. Bend over, bend over.
No
Just.
thanks, I'm not. No
I
thanks.
I wanted the moon to rise up.
Nope, sorry, not happening. I'm gonna touch that.
She's wise to me. I was gonna make room about. I was gonna make comment about her moon horizon. Buffalo butt. Buffalo butt, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Buffalo butt, won't you come out tonight? Hot toddies for the body. And my mom was quite religious about that. She had the kettle on the stove, and she'd pour some of that moonshine in there and put a little bit of that was moonrise over Miami. Uh, Anyhow, she would put that sugar in the big old cup, and stir it up, her sugar, whiskey, and that hot water. Whoa. Well, what? Motorbomb's got to go. But we'll see you when you come back. Oh, my little buddy. You're needing to go out, ain't you? Are you needing to go out? Hey, buddy, what's the story? I heard you barking. Are you needing to go out? You need to go wet the bushes? Hmm? You want to go out and eat some cat poo? Oh, he likes cat poo. He likes sun-dried cat poo. You know, and once they get really firm and crackly, he's big about. Do you like cat poo? Theo, tell Riding on Ruby. Tell him good morning. He can say good morning to Riding on Ruby. All right. Yeah, that's Riding on Ruby. And that one up there is American Outlaw. You see him? He's looking right at you. American Outlaw. Why don't you speak to him? Huh? Yeah, that's good. I wanted to acknowledge. Oh, by the way, he did say hello to Connie. So go ahead, say hello to Connie. Say it. Go ahead. Speak. Go ahead. Oh, that's it. He spoke to you, Connie. He said, "Hey." Yeah, a little funny. Oh my God, my tie. What happened to my tie? Bong hits for everybody. You know, I think he said hello to you, Kenny. Hang on, let me see if I can. Oh, I got things down here. I think I got something down in here. Hang on, y'all talk amongst yourselves. Oh man, I didn't give it away. I had a bong down there I was going to break out. It is so cute. Well, it's actually a hash pipe. It's all crystal. Oh, it cost a bundle. I had it made. It's all. I mean, when I went and picked it up, I couldn't believe it. It's all beautiful crystal, and it's got a where you put the little head in there. You really need to go, don't you, buddy? All right, let me call her. You still talk amongst yourself here. And I'm going to give her a call. I have her to run my dog out. I'm going to take you out. Let me get her on here. Here we go. We're getting close. My paging system, I beat on the wall, she'll come running, but.
Hey, it's Angelique. Sorry I missed your call. I'll call you back when I can. Thanks. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or...
Oh, American Outlaw, let me say this. Thank you for coming and spending time with the judge. Old Mack has just got him a cup of Bailey's. I ain't got started yet. Once I get deep into this Bailey's, we'll be telling some stories. Oh, I have to say the same thing every time when I take a sip of that hot Bailey's. Maybe I can get. No, you won't go out the back door. There's a cat out there. That black cat likes to try to claw his eyes out. And he won't go out this back door right here. And if I could get her, but I can't get her because she's, I wonder, let me see, does the telegraph system work? Let me, watch this. That's the telegraph system. I'm sending a signal through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walls. Let's see if that signal can make it through 5 walls. I got a rubber boot on the end of this walking stick, so it may be too muted. She got her phone turned off. Oh, she's in the kitchen. She just come got the dishes. Well, there's way too many. There's a 30-foot hallway that goes south, and it opens up into this dining area, and across from the dining is a kitchen, and over to the left is a cathedral style rooms that looks to the east. A lot of windows all the way around the front. And she's is way up in there. And ain't no way we can get the, let me go. I'll tell you what I can do. I'll go right over here and I will open the door. I will open the door to the hallway. Let me, y'all don't go away now. American Outlaw, I think we said bye to you. Have a great day. Sick, would you be the first chair while I'm gone here? You got to keep an eye on riding with Ruby. He's wired, let me tell you. Riding with Ruby after hauling them kids. It's going to get really fast tomorrow, honey. Let me take the baby out. I'm gonna take the baby out. I was rolling to kind of get back here. I'm going to take the baby out. Be right back. Let's go, buddy. Come on. Let's go. Here you go. Angelique. Angelique. Take the baby out. He's working. He really needs to go. Huh? He's right there. Okay. Here comes Bigfoot. Oh. There he goes. I ain't gone. I'm coming. I'm getting closer. I'm coming. Here I come. I'm almost there. Oh, I got something I want to show right here. Here comes Old Mack. A Mack attack. Mack attack. Ah, Mack attack. Ah. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. My sister, her son, cut this out of 304 stainless, half-inch stainless. He cut this with water. He's a craftsman. I don't know how to hold it. Hold it by the tail, I guess. That's stainless steel cut with water. And it's the way it looked just like this when it came out of the water, when they got through cutting it. That's, as you know, is a piranha. And my sister Connie's son did this. He did this for me. A lot of detail. Those are scales, you can see. And those teeth. I bet it'd make a pretty good beer opener. I've had this for a number of years. It's just shows you what water can do. Yeah, I've got so many things. I've got a. I just wish I could remember what I did with it. I don't know where I stuffed it. I think it's over there. Anyhow, I've got a piece of stone from Australia. The stone's about that big. And this real thick. It's got gold leaf all through the stone from Australia. And he cut my call sign out, N4DRR. As you can see on my cap here, that's my call sign. He cut the N4DRR out of that 3-inch thick stone. 3-inch of this heavy granite from Australia. He cut that out, N4DRR. And it's heavy. It weighs, it's heavy. And do you remember what happened to my N4DRR? My stone N4DRR? Oh, she knows it went right to it. Dusted off a little bit. Look at this right here. Look at this right here. Check it out. Oh, there's lint. It's been sitting down there. It was behind the TV set. N4DR. That is, look how thick. Look at that beautiful stone. And that water cut that out. See the gold and the stone. I know, see the light don't pick it up very good, but you can see the sparkly in it. That's all through the stone. I'll give you all a chance to see that. And I had this, for many years. Connie, I guess that brings you back great memories, don't it? Look at that's how smooth the granite is. And this has not been polished or nothing. This is how it came out of the water. That side is pretty smooth, and that's the side I display. But on the back side is more of the rock. It's not as polished. See, the stone was surface polished on this side here, and that's where they cut the letters out. I see some lint there it is, right there. Gosh, that thing is heavy. Out of stone. Yeah, you never know what people have in their possession, things that you wouldn't think about. She come and got the dishes a while ago and left the spicy ketchup. I better remind her to put that back in the refrigerator. I like my spicy ketchup. Well, we've been going for 3 hours and 9 minutes. And I'm sure everybody's probably wanting to go out and get their life started and riding on Ruby. He's already been out hauling them little school kids. Connie, you don't know this, but riding on Ruby, he's been driving a school bus for 39 years, hauling them little critters to school and back safely. One of those unsung heroes of America that's in the school system. Teachers get glory, janitors get glory, principals, school magistrates, all these people get glory. They had never even heard of the bus driver. You got all my glory riding on Ruby. You've done an awesome job. It's 9:34 here. And accounting. But I've been on since way before 7. Well, yeah, I've been on, wait, you can see, well, I've been on for 3 hours and 10 minutes, and you count backwards from, so I was on around 6 o'clock, 6 something. I don't ever need any sleep. I I just go and go and go. Well, Connie, I wish the very best for you and all the people, you and your family, and all the people that have so much ahead of them in today and tomorrow. Oh yeah, buddy. My heart goes. Hey, listen to this. Let's just say the ice and snow is a small issue compared to the four wheelers that has to buzz around you, put your little flag out there, and they go around you. And the idiots. And how many idiots per day do you see? The school bus brings out the worst in everybody. Yeah, we always had to walk to school. Connie and I, we came from the period of time in our lives where you had to walk. Nobody had a car. Nobody. Everybody walked. Oh, my little buddy is. What's wrong, Theo? You all right? He's whining about something. And he never complains about nothing. He's already been out. He just came back in. Um, so let me give my little summation here. We had Dave from Australia in with us this morning. Way up to the north, we had American Outlaw. Over there on the East Coast, we had Motorbomb Virginia. Over there in Georgia, we had Ray Gregory. And out of Florida, we had Sick and we had Connie out of Florida. And there's a good little get together this morning. And if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, we will come back tomorrow. The court won't be in session tomorrow, but it was in session today. But your dad rode the dinosaur uphill both ways. And it was always up to his armpits on the top of the dinosaur in snow. I rode a woolly mammoth when I was little. I would hop on the back of that woolly mammoth and I'd go, to the school, Sahib. Big old truck. Come on, Sahib. Don't be farting. Get up, dinosaur. Get on, get. Your dad looked up and said, what is that big rock falling out of the sky? The dinosaur went, oh no. And way off in the distance, the head dinosaur, he picked up his trumpet. It was over with. But that was the end, ladies and gentlemen. And now we get reminded about the dinosaur. Every time you pull into the service station, the little old service attendant said, "Y'all want me to check the air in your tires and check the oil?" You'd have to pull your deal, and then they'd raise the hood up and check your oil. Yeah. You need to change this. This stuff, it needs to be changed. That's some pretty good weight right there. Anyhow, let me say good morning. Parting is such sweet sorrow, but we will be back tomorrow. Hold on to your bippy. This is my bippy. See, this is pretty good at getting slobber off my when I'm drinking at Bailey's and coffee. Kenny, my little baby sister, I love you. I loved you all your life. I loved you from day one. And I've loved you more than you've loved me because I've been knowing you longer. God bless you. Sayonara. Hasta la vista, baby. This is the end.